Hey, it's your professional sarcastic man and seeker of attention, Oz Chris, here with reviews on Justice League Odyssey number 7, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers number 37, and X-Force number 5. So starting off with JLO, stalked by Blackfire. Not really. Blackfire's not really hunting them, stalking them. She's very well aware that they're there, as she's giving orders to have them killed. So, yeah, as I said, she's ordered the Tamaran army to attack the JLO, and this causes Starfire to go berserk with star bolts, to which she has to be restrained and calmed down by the rest of her team. But having been forced to leave, Cyborg is able to track down where Darkseid has headed towards, which they go to. Darkseid having been attacked by the Eschaton, I think it is, yeah. The Eschaton. He's confronted by the JLO, but before they can do anything, the Eschaton returns, and I'll leave it there. So story 4 out of 5. This is a really good issue. Dan Abnett so far, I think 2 for 2, 3 for 3, maybe. I think he's only done 2 issues so far, I believe. How many issues he's been on? He's been great on all of them. 4 out of 5 for the story. Art 5 out of 5. So I think this is a new art team. You have Will Conrad as the artist, Rain Barreto as the colors. I believe it is, yeah. It's a new art team. Their art on this is absolutely amazing, great. So you got top quality storytelling, and you got top quality art as well. Like, just look at this page of just Starfire about to attack Blackfire with while she's berserk using star bolts. The rest of the team having to shield themselves from the onslaught because it's just going everywhere. Art on this is absolutely amazing, and cover I believe is by the actual previous art team, Carmine Di Giandomenico and Ivan Placenza on the cover. 4 out of 5. Even though this really doesn't happen, the art and coloring on it is really good. So on to Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Beyond the Grid number 37. So the team has found Zeo Crystals. If you're very familiar with the end of the last season of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers or Power Rangers Zeo Crystals are very vital. They're also a source of one of many sources to the morphing grid, if I remember correctly. There's a lot of lore to remember, but the Zeo Crystals are important, and with it, they believe they can re-establish a connection to the morphing grid, or just at least fuel their powers using Zeo Crystals. But they have to find it. But one of their members, Mike, the Magna Defender, is being tormented by visions of the Praetor. The Praetor promises to kill everyone around him, especially Tanya, who he has feelings for, but he won't do it if Mike gives him the Solarix, what it rightfully belongs to the Praetor. So Mike makes the harsh decision to do it. This causes everyone to blame one another for stealing it, causing some infighting, and I'll leave it there. Story 3.5. It was above average. It was still kind of feeling fillerish. The highlights of this were definitely the parts with Mike and suffering visions from the Praetor, having to go behind everyone's back to pretty much protect them all, especially Tanya. A noble-ish sacrifice to save them all. One of the hardest decisions he's had to make. So that's definitely a highlight of the issue. But the rest, it was so-so. It was average. Art by who did the art? Art by Simone DeMeo. Colors by Walter Bayamonte. They were slightly better than the previous issue, so can't remember what I don't even think I ranked that. My ranking system wasn't in place by then, but 3.5 for the art, cover by Jamal Campbell, 4 out of 5 for the Jamal Campbell's cover. It's still a good looking cover, but I've seen him do better, especially with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So on to X-Force number 5. So Stryfe and the Mutant Liberation Army have arrived through a portal to the future to attack, but it goes off to some 2,000 years from yesterday. So this is explaining how the connection with Stryfe, as Stryfe doesn't know who Cable is. He only refers to Kid Cable as Dayspring. So whether this is the normal Stryfe that a lot of people know of, the one who's if I remember correctly, is he's a clone of Cable, or if it's a different version, we'll see. So basically, setting up Kid Cable's mission to go to the past. Him and his teammates begin witnessing all these weird incidences with one another, like being their bodies morphing weirdly and suddenly disappearing as well. And this person, Blacksmith, explains to Kid Cable that time is being changed and different timelines are diverting into one another, all because of, as the whole plot of Extermination showed us, because of the young X-Men being in present day, the Cable everyone knows and love deciding not to send them back to their own proper time, which would lead to one of them being killed and lead into a terrible future. So Kid Cable is given the equipment and the task to go back. So this is just the origin of him going back in time to for the whole plot of Extermination, and we'll also connect to Stryfe as well, as later on in the page, towards the end, Kid Cable accidentally arrives 20 years too late from his intended destination, and Stryfe says at the end, someone's trying to change their timeline, wipe it from existence. So it's possible that this Stryfe could be just a different one, a result of the young X-Men. Who knows? That time travel is weird like that. Story 3.5. It was slightly above average. Kind of just in order to explain why Stryfe is there and is after Kid Cable, or Dayspring as he calls him. Slightly diverts away from that plot to give us an origin story of Kid Cable taking his mission to go back in time for Extermination. So 3.5 for the story. Art by, I think we have a guest artist, as they say, Damien Cosero. Art by, coloring by Jesus Abertov. 3.5. It's not bad. The art style is slightly better than Burnett's. I didn't have a lot of problems with it. There wasn't a lot of unnecessary. Everyone just randomly has long faces, but the coloring is still the same, if I remember correctly. So yeah, 3.5 for the art. For the cover itself, which was by Pepe Larez and David Curiel, 4 out of 5. I think it's a pretty good looking cover, art and coloring on it, solid. So that is it for those 3, X-Force, MMPR, and JLO. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time.